Alright, let's talk coconuts. Imagine you're flying way up high. Below you see green, lots of green trees. These are coconut palms stretching for miles. And nearby a big building. That's the factory. This is where the magic, or rather the hard work, happens. This is the starting line for a simple nut's incredible journey. From a sunny plantation to something creamy in your coffee. Now coconuts are a big deal. A really big deal, especially in the food world. And coconut milk? That's a superstar. Think about your favorite curry or that fancy tropical drink. Chances are coconut milk is in there, giving it that smooth texture, that rich, unique flavor. People all over the globe love it. It's more than just a fad, it's a staple for many. So, the journey of this nut, it starts on a tall tree and ends up in a can or a carton in your fridge. It's quite a transformation. And let me tell you, it's not always pretty. It involves sweat, muscle, and machines. We're going to look at them. See how this tough nut becomes smooth, delicious milk. From the farm to your food, it's quite a story. First things first, getting the coconuts. This isn't a walk in the park. Harvesting these things is tough. Workers have to climb up these super tall palm trees, sometimes over 100 feet. No fancy cherry pickers here, just pure skill, balance, and guts. They shimmy up, find the ripe ones, and send them crashing down. It's a dangerous job. And they can't just pick any coconut. The age is important, very important for good milk. If it's too young, not enough meat. Too old, the meat is tough. They aim for about 10 to 12 months old, that's the sweet spot. The meat is thick then, and the water inside is good. These harvesters, they just know by sight, by feel. Once the coconuts hit the ground, they need to be gathered. Workers collect them in big piles. This is heavy lifting, often under a blazing hot sun. These men and women are strong, they work hard, day in, day out. Then, it's time for a ride. The coconuts are loaded onto trucks mostly. They begin their journey from the quiet plantation to the busy factory. So, the coconuts arrive at the processing factory. And there are tons of them, literally, mountains of coconuts, piled up, waiting. They've come straight from the farm, so they're not exactly spotless. Covered in dirt, maybe some mud, leaves, bits of husk. The first order of business? A good thorough cleaning. You can't make clean milk with dirty nuts, right? This is where the waterworks start. High-pressure water jets. Think of a power washer, but for a whole lot of coconuts. Wham! The water blasts away all that grime and debris. It's quite a sight. Coconuts tumbling around getting a serious shower. This step is super important for hygiene and quality. After the power wash, they often go through brushes. Big, rotating brushes like a car wash, but tougher. Scrubbing every nook and cranny, making sure they're really clean. Then they might be sorted by size or for any defects. Only the best coconuts make it to the next stage. Quality control starts early here. No messing around. Section 4. Cracking the code. Dehusking and splitting. Alright, the coconuts are clean, squeaky clean even, but they're still wearing their tough outer coat. This is the husk, a thick, fibrous layer. It protected the nut on the tree. Now, it needs to come off. This process is called dehusking, and that husk is on there tight. It's not giving up easily, it's a real battle. Some places do it by hand, using a sharp, fixed spike. The worker impales the coconut, then twists and pulls. The husk tears away. It takes strength and skill. Other places use machines, big, powerful machines that rip the husk off. It's faster for sure, but still a rugged process. That husk is stubborn, a tough nut to crack, literally. Once the husk is gone, we're left with the hard, brown inner shell, the one you usually see in pictures of coconuts. Now this needs to be cracked to get to the good stuff inside. Sometimes it's done with a machete, a swift, practiced whack, or specialized cracking machines that split them open neatly. Precision is important here. You don't want to shatter it. And what about that husk? All that fibrous material. Does it just go to waste? Nope. So the nut is cracked open. And what's the first thing we find? That clear, refreshing liquid coconut water. It's not the milk yet. This is the natural water from inside the young coconut. It's carefully collected, poured into clean containers or stainless steel tanks. This stuff is a drink all on its own. People love it, especially on a hot day. This precious coconut water doesn't just sit around, it's stored properly, kept cool to stay fresh. Sometimes it's filtered to remove any tiny bits of shell or fiber, then it might be bottled and sold as coconut water or used as an ingredient in other drinks or foods. It's a valuable byproduct, a sweet bonus from the nut. Now, for the main event, the white, fleshy part lining the inside of the shell. This is the coconut meat, or kernel, as some call it. This is where the milk comes from. Workers carefully scoop it out from the broken shell pieces, sometimes by hand with special tools. We've got shredded coconut meat. Now how do we get milk? It's time for some serious squeezing. The shredded meat is pressed really hard. Imagine wringing out a wet towel, but on a massive scale. Often hot water is added to the coconut shreds. This helps to draw out more of the oils and solids that make up the milk. Big, powerful machines do this job. Things like screw presses. They continuously squeeze the meat, forcing out the liquid, or they might use centrifuges. These spin the mixture at incredibly high speeds. This separates the rich milk from the leftover fibrous solids. It's all about applying force to get every last drop of that creamy white liquid. Okay, we have the raw milk, but it's not ready yet. It needs to be made safe for everyone to drink, so it goes through pasteurization. This means heating it up to a specific temperature for a specific amount of time. This kills any harmful bacteria or microorganisms that might be present. One thing that's really impressive about this whole coconut industry is how little goes to waste. They really try to use every single part of the nut. The goal is zero waste or as close as possible. From the husk to the shell to the water and meat, everything has a purpose. It's a pretty amazing system. Born out of necessity maybe, but very efficient. We already talked about coir from the husk, for mats and ropes. What about the hard shells? They can be turned into charcoal, which burns really well, or used to make handicrafts like bowls or ornaments. The leftover coconut meat after the milk is squeezed out, that becomes animal feed or compost for the fields. Even the tree itself is useful for timber and thatch. Technology plays a huge part in making all this possible and making it efficient. From those high-pressure cleaners to the dehusking machines, the giant presses and centrifuges, and the automated packaging lines. Modern tech helps process huge volumes of coconuts faster, safer, and more consistently than ever before. It's a marriage of nature and clever engineering. So, there you have it. The incredible journey of a coconut. From a tall tropical tree to that creamy, delicious milk that you might use every day, enjoyed all around the world. Pretty remarkable if you ask me.